While scanning a remote forest, a treasure hunter's metal detector screams over a seemingly innocent pile of planks. Beneath the rotting wood, he unearths a small buried trash can, a deliberate time capsule of terror. With his camera rolling, he pries it from the earth and opens the lid, bracing for a relic, but instead, uncovering a nightmare. The severed head of a female mannequin, a blade cruelly fastened to its temple, and both its face and the can's interior slathered in garish red paint. This was no discarded junk. It was a staged tableau of violence, a morbid sculpture left to fester in the solitude of the woods. The artist's intent is a terrifying mystery. Was this a prank, or a trophy left by something far more sinister? The hunter's exploration instantly turns to flight, the chilling understanding dawning that the creator of this horror could be watching from the trees, waiting for someone to discover their gruesome artwork. While doing routine yard work, a homeowner discovered a small inconspicuous hole, a fragile lid, hiding a terrifying secret just beneath his feet. When he peeled back the earth, the ground gave way to a massive, dark abyss, a sheer 16-foot drop into a hidden cavern that had been silently eroding the foundation of his home. Staring into the void, he recorded a dizzying view into the darkness, left to wonder if this was a natural sinkhole or a man-made well from a forgotten time. The true horror was the realization of how close to collapse the ground beneath him had been. He had the chasm filled the next day, but the image of that gaping maw lurking below his backyard serves as a permanent reminder of the unseen dangers that can lie just inches beneath our feet. While piloting his drone over a quiet field, a YouTuber's aerial scout leads him to a nightmare nestled in the brush, a writhing den of rattlesnakes. From the safety of the sky, he observes the nest until a provoked serpent strikes with blinding speed, not at the drone, but at the camera, knocking the expensive GoPro from its mount and sending it tumbling into the pit. In an instant, the remote observation becomes a hands-on rescue mission. Standing in tall grass that could conceal any number of deadly threats, Michael is forced to reach into the viper's nest. Using a hockey stick as a makeshift lifeline, he carefully fishes the camera from the den, each movement a gamble with the venomous occupants. This was a high-stakes game of operation, where the penalty for a single miscalculation was a lethal strike. While exploring a forest, an explorer is drawn to the freshly exposed roots of a fallen tree, where a strange, faded fabric catches his eye. Reaching into the dark cavity, he pulls at the cloth, his hope that it's a discarded tent vanishing the moment he discovers a line of buttons. This was a blouse. His casual search becomes a grim excavation as he uncovers more remains, turning them over with a chilling question. Are they animal or human? The discovery is made more sinister by its location near a highway, a place where police had previously found a human body. While a deer's jawbone offers a moment of relief, it doesn't explain the human-like shape of other bones or the clothing he leaves without calling the authorities, but the evidence suggests he may have walked away from an unmarked grave, leaving a mystery buried in the dirt. While exploring a Las Vegas house with a notorious Mafia past, a YouTuber discovers a hidden passage behind a fake kitchen wall. Descending the crumbling stairs, he finds himself in a secret, sprawling basement that gives way to long, sterile white room. A chilling, clinical space lined with empty cabinets. Flanking this room are two smaller chambers, their purpose immediately clear. They are pitch black, soundproof, and most terrifyingly, their doors have handles only on the outside. These were not rooms, they were cells. The terrifying implication of a soundproof prison from which there was no escape is made even more real by a final piece of evidence. Tucked inside a ventilation shaft, a single spent bullet casing gleams in the light. A silent, damning artifact that confirms the whispers about this house were true, and that the horrors committed here were far worse than anyone could have imagined. While relaxing by a river, a group of friends' attention is captured by an old cooler, abandoned and drifting on the opposite bank. An ordinary piece of trash becomes an object of intense curiosity, the mystery of its contents growing until they can no longer resist. They retrieve the container, peeling back layer after layer of excessive masking tape, as if someone had been desperate to keep whatever was inside from ever getting out. When the lid finally gives way, they are met not with old beer, but with a nightmare. A doll with jet black eyes stares back from the darkness, dressed in red suspenders, its head perfectly turned to face the camera. The nervous laughter that follows is a thin mask for a deep-seated dread. To this day, the question remains: who sealed this cursed effigy in a watery tomb, and what sinister intention sent it drifting down the river toward an unsuspecting world? On a quiet Christmas morning in Augsburg, Germany, construction workers unearthed a sleeping giant from a past war. A live 1.8-ton bomb dating back to World War II. The colossal device, disturbed from its decades-long slumber, was so volatile that the mere scrape of their heavy machinery could have triggered a cataclysm, turning a festive day into an unimaginable tragedy. The discovery triggered the largest evacuation in the city's recent history, forcing 54,000 people to abandon their homes. As a bomb squad carefully transported the relic to a remote area, experts confirmed the horrifying truth. Had it detonated, the blast would have unleashed a wave of destruction reaching nearly a mile in every direction, erasing a massive portion of the city and countless lives in a single earth-shattering moment. Before we get to number 1, please subscribe to the channel for more daily scary videos. In a quiet English field, construction workers broke ground for a new road, unaware they were disturbing a millennium-old killing field. Their machinery scraped back the earth to reveal a horror frozen in time. A mass grave holding the headless bodies of 51 souls, their skulls gathered into a separate macabre collection, neatly arranged in silent, grimacing rows. This was no ordinary burial pit, but a chilling testament to ancient brutality. Scientists would later confirm these were Scandinavian Vikings, executed en masse after a bloody battle. But in that first shocking moment of discovery, the workers were left alone with a visceral nightmare. A silent, skeletal army waiting just beneath the surface. Their final story told only by the brutal evidence of their demise.